What is going on, you guys? Happy Wednesday. No, it's definitely Tuesday. Why did I think it was Wednesday already? It is not. It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I wanted to come live and talk about a topic that I feel like so many people have been talking about, so many people have been curious about. You guys, Indiana is starting to get fall weather, which I'm really excited for, but I'm going to Arizona this week and it's going to be like 100 degrees. Pray for your girl. That is really hot. Okay? Pray for your girl. So, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. If you're watching me live, you'll know because you'll see a red live box. If you're here on replay, just let me know that you are here on replay. And if you are new to catching me live, comment new. I would love to get to know you. Also, like and share this video, you guys. Tag somebody below. Tag a money friend. Tag somebody that you're just like, girl, we need to learn. Because those are the kind of people, I don't know about you, but those are the kind of people that I definitely want in my life, that are encouraging me to learn something new, to level up my belief, to expand my mind so that I don't go back to the person that I used to be. And, before I even get into talking about the stock market, how I'm learning, that kind of thing, I wanted to share a little perspective about making sure that your energy on how you're thinking about certain things is in the right place. Because let's be real, it takes just as much energy to say, I can't learn that, I suck, insert whatever negative thought process you have. It takes just as much energy to turn that around and say, you know what, I'm capable. This may be new, but every expert was once a beginner. If other people can learn, why can't I? So it's going to take you the same amount of energy to do that as it is. And actually, I feel like it takes more energy because thinking negative makes you tired. It just does. Then you find yourself saying it's always something. When it rains, it pours all the time. It's exhausting. And the truth is, things are going to be happening all the time. So I just want you to get into this place where you understand that you get to choose how you perceive everything that's happening. Because the truth is, once something's already happening, there's not anything you can technically do, right, to prevent it. It's already happening. So why not fix your focus on your perception of what's happening? Fix your focus and your energy on the change that you need to see after whatever it is that's happening happens. Obviously every situation is different, you'll know, according to whatever it is that's happening, but just know that it takes just as much to think, I suck, I can't do it, I can't learn this, than to just say, I am capable, I can learn this. If other people can, I can too. And that thought process is such an important piece to anything that you decide to do. I don't care if it's learning about what I'm going to show you today, which is the stock market. I don't care if it's learning how to knit. I don't care. Maybe it's a promotion at your job that you're aiming for. If you can fix your energy on, I actually know a lot, I can take this extra course to be better prepared, whatever that looks like, it takes, put the energy in the right place. And the right place is in the direction of knowing that you're capable. You may just have to do a couple of additional things before getting to where it is that you're trying to go, and that's okay. So just understand that it's pretty pointless to stay fixed on the other side. So let's talk about this, you guys, because a lot of people are talking about the financial markets. A lot of people are talking about the stock market in particular, because for some reason that is what more people want to know about. It's what, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like, especially if you work for a company and you have an investment account with them, like a 401k, you want to learn about the stock market because your 401k is invested in the stock market, right? So I feel like as an employee, right, that works for a company, you definitely want to learn more about the stock market, because long gone are the days where we can just ignore where our money is at. Long gone are the days where we can just pretend that our account's just going to keep growing. Well, if there's stuff happening in the stock market that you don't know about or you don't understand, you don't know where your money's going. It's just coming out of your check and then you don't see it. And so there's honestly, a couple of different reasons that the stock market is appealing to people. And, for everyone, it might be different what your reasoning is for wanting to get into the financial markets and start learning and start doing your thing. But for a lot of people, it's the returns, right? Once you can get the right education, once you can get your hands on understanding how to be a participant, you can experience some awesome returns. There's no denying that piece. Obviously, education is a major, major part of being in any financial market, whether it's the stock market, cryptocurrency, foreign currency, whatever. You need to get some proper education. Here's the thing, you're going to have loss in the markets. It doesn't matter what market you participate in. But what solid education and good mentorship can do for you is minimize how much of a loss you're taking, because you can equip yourself with someone else's experience. You can equip yourself with the right education to minimize the loss than if you're just going in not really knowing what you're looking at, what you're doing. So that's one reason. People get involved in the markets to hedge against what's going on in the economy. They get into the markets to protect their wealth, right? Because you can't save your way to wealth, especially not right now with the way inflation is, the way our economy is. You just can't. So a lot of people are using things like taking positions in the stock market. Maybe it's cryptocurrency. Maybe you're leverage trading foreign currency, but they do that to hedge against whatever's happening to protect their wealth, if that makes sense. I don't want to get too technical, because if you're somebody on here and you're like, I don't know anything about this, I want you to be able to feel like at least you can take some value from this and decide if you do need to further your education or what have you. So another reason is the passive piece to being in the financial markets, right? Being able to set a position, whether that's buying when things are low, selling when it's high, whatever that looks like for you. The passive piece to that is what's attractive, right? You hear people say all the time, the goal is to make money in my sleep. Well, the reality is that you cannot make money in your sleep if you do not equip yourself with the right information. All right. Like, that's the truth with anything. That's like saying, I want to be a doctor, but I don't want to go to medical school. What? You can't. Like, you have to get the right education. I'm trying to think of another example. That's like saying, I want to be an attorney, but I don't want to go to law school. Like, when people say, I want to make money in my sleep, I want to wake up to profit, you're going to have to get the right education to put yourself in position to do that. And there's nothing wrong with it. I think that people need to get out of this mindset of thinking that what they already know is supposed to give them extravagant results. Like, that's not reality. Because think about this. If what you already knew is supposed to be what takes you to radical results or a change in your life, you would already be there, right? So an attractive piece about the stock market for people is the passive piece. The piece of, if I learn the right education, I can wake up to profits, right? I hear people say it all the time, and you'll hear it the most at the beginning of the year when people are setting like all these resolutions and new year, new me's and whatnot. And you'll hear them say, I want to get to a point where I make money in my sleep. But then they don't want to learn anything new. And the truth is, if you had everything that you needed, you'd already be at another level, right? You'd already be in a different spot than where you are. And so that's another attractive piece, right, about the stock market. But you're going to have to get the education. Then you have the ownership piece, right? I don't know about you, but lately a lot of our conversation has been about ownership. When we're talking about our investments, just in my house, we're talking more about ownership than anything else. Like, we don't want to purchase property just to live in it and say we purchased the property. No, how do we have ownership, turn this into an investment? So a lot of people are attracted to the stock market because it allows you to get ownership of a said company, right? You get to own some shares of that said company. The liquidity, you guys, this is big, right? Liquidity in very simple terms just means like easily accessible, right? So when you think about things like, maybe your 401k or a CD or a different type of investment account, you technically don't have like that liquidity piece that a lot of people desire but don't really know how to get. So that's another reason that the stock market is attractive to people, is they want the ability to be able to have that liquid, right? So another one that makes it attractive is diversification. You guys, that saying still applies in my mind. Like, you don't have all of your eggs in one basket. You don't have all of your wealth in only crypto. You have a lot of it there, but not in only crypto. You don't have it only in real estate. Like, you want diversification. That's the goal, because if let's say the average millionaire has 7 streams of income, it's likely not all coming from the same place, right? 7 minimum. And then, of course, you have the piece that is really appealing to the everyday person, which is that they can they can start smaller, right? They don't have to come to the table with $100,000 anymore, $300,000 anymore. They can start smaller. And now, getting the right education, these companies are doing what are called stock splits. So that is definitely giving people the ability to participate in the stock market starting small. And for your person that maybe wasn't taught how to invest at an early age, your person who doesn't have a lot of extra income or the discretion to be able to take the amount that they want, and they have to start small, that's a big deal for them, because now when these companies are doing these stock splits, and if you don't know what that means, it's basically what you would normally pay for one of the shares, they're splitting that up, like, just to keep it super simple. There's obviously more that goes to it, but now you're able to participate with a smaller amount of money. And for your everyday person, they're looking for that, because people think that you need to have all this money to start becoming an investor. And little do you know, it's about the habit. It's about starting with the small to compound over time. Albert Einstein said it the best: compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. If you learn it, you will earn it. If you don't, you'll always pay it, in basic Francis terms, right? That's not exactly how he said it, but that's basically what he was saying. So another thing that's appealing to people about the stock market is the fact that they can start small. And now with these stock splits, they can definitely start small. So you guys, a lot of people were asking me like, okay, Francis, it was all crypto, crypto, crypto. Now it's this. Well, because you guys, you got to understand that once you get into the world of investing, once you get around people that expand your mind, you start to see them in action and see that they don't only rely on one piece of the market to be an investor in. They are diversified. Remember, we talked about diversification. So I don't know about you, but I've been in places in my life where I'm following the people who don't have what I want. And then I'm wondering why I'm getting a similar result. So I've learned that I need to be doing the things that people who live a lifestyle that I personally am inspired by. And for me, a lot of it is when I see people that have a lot of time freedom, when I see people that have built wealth and that have just a wealth mindset. I want to be around those people, because then I can learn about the things that they're doing to get to where they are, to get to where they're still going, and I can kind of follow suit. It's basically like a blueprint if you think about it. It's like a map. It's like a GPS. So if you have somebody that you're listening to in your life that doesn't have what it is that you're looking for, right? They don't have time freedom. They don't have financial freedom, but those are things that you want. Maybe you don't want that, and that's okay, but that's something that I want. So I need to make sure that I'm pulling out the map for someone that has that. pulling out the map for someone that has that times 1,000, okay? So that I can follow that map, the dotted lines, instead of following someone else's map that is doing something I don't want to be doing. I know that I'm not going to be working 2 and 3 jobs. It's not for me. And so I'm not going to pull out their map and follow that. I need to pull out the person's map that has what it is that I'm looking for. And so as I see, extremely successful people trying to put me onto game when it comes to the stock market, I'm like, I would be crazy not to follow suit. Not in terms of, just following to follow, but you should copy the right cat when it comes to success. And I know what I'm looking for. I know that I need to have passive income. I know that I refuse to work a second job. Like, with the way our economy is, plus the way the internet is, honestly, and I will just say this, I know everything is not for everyone, you guys. Not everybody's going to agree with this. But working a physical second job is like the craziest thing I feel like anybody could do in 2022. Nothing wrong with it. But an actual job where you have to go for structured time, you're already taking away more of what you say you don't want to compromise. But I get where it comes from because I was taught to do the same thing. And so I just knew, like, there was no way that I was not going to participate. Not because I just want to dive into yet another thing, but I understand that, one, diversification is key. Two, like, the way the internet is, the opportunity that has been given to people virtually, like, there's so many things that you can do to not go physically work a second job and exchange even more of your time for money when most people already feel like they don't have enough time in a day. Anybody else like me, some days you'd be like, God, I just need 27 hours today. He's not going to give them to you, but you can ask, We're all given the same 24. And just with technology and the ability to learn new skills at your fingertips like this, it just doesn't make sense for me and for the map that I want to follow and for the success that me and a lot of other people are looking for. And so, you guys, I want to share my screen really quick just to give you an idea of like what this even looks like. Let me know with some 7s in the comments once you guys can see my screen. Hang on. What's up, ladies? I see y'all. I'm just now catching up on the comments. So let me know once you are able to see my screen. Give me some 7s, some hearts, some likes. I know StreamYard has a little bit of a delay, but let's get it. All right, cool. All right, you guys. So listen, diversification, right? We got some foreign currency here. We got some time-based trading over here. That is honestly my baby right here, time-based trading. But you guys know I love me some crypto, both on the trading side and just having a portfolio together that you can really start small with as well. Of course, e-commerce, you guys. Facebook Marketplace is a beautiful place to be when you learn about e-commerce. But let's talk about the stock market. This Stocks and Futures Academy is absolutely insane. So the first piece of this, because a lot of people are asking me, well, Frances, can't you just teach me? Can I keep it real with you? I don't want to be your instructor. Here's why. I don't have over 40 years of experience like what you're about to see in a moment. And you want to plug in with the people that I'm plugging in with. You don't want to learn directly from me. I'm cool with sharing information with people. Don't get me wrong. But you don't want to learn from me. You want to learn from the experts, from the professionals. I'm sitting down to be a student just like you because I know the basics about the stock market, but I'm nowhere near advancement. Like, I need to learn too. I want to get better too, so that I could take those positions where I'm doing what a lot of people desire to do, which is wake up in profit. Make money in your sleep. But that's going to take the right education. You don't just wake up making money in your sleep. Like it's not how it works. You got to put in the work. So I love that this is kind of broken up into a few core pieces. And the first one is you got to learn some things. You got to learn some fundamentals. And maybe you're a beginner. This is what I love. They're going to meet you wherever you're at. So for me, I know some of the basics, but I'm still going through all the education. But for somebody who, may not really know anything and they're literally starting out from like the ground up, like I don't know anything. And I zoom that in for you guys so you can see it a little better. But maybe you're like, I don't know anything. Like start me from the beginning. We're going to start you with what are stocks, you guys. Like this is so powerful because some people may know of the stock market, but maybe you don't really understand like why does it exist? What does that mean for me? And I want to play like 10 seconds of this video because you're going to get access, unlimited, by the way, to all of these pre-recorded videos that are going to break down some fundamentals that you need to know. So let's play this first one just so you guys can get an idea of what you get. And I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Hang on, let me fast forward this just a little bit. But I want you to get a really good idea of the value that is here, you guys. This is insane. All right, so the first piece is your pre-recording. So check this out.
Ask why they are. As a company grows, it needs to sustain that growth. And one way to do that is to offer shares. By offering shares and becoming a publicly traded company on a stock exchange, it can generate income, investing in its own growth. As investors buy shares and the demand for stock goes up, so does the value of the company. As the value of the company goes up, your investment becomes more profitable. Stocks don't always go up, though. They do go down, and when that happens, the value of the company...
All right, you guys. So I wanted to just give you like a just kind of a quick overview on what you get with that first core piece, which is you want to make sure, and you guys, ladies, if you're on here, tag your money friends. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss learning about the stock market because of what is happening. So this is the first core piece. You're going to go through and learn different things. These are pre-recorded. This is made for the busy person, you guys, people that have careers, people that are already successful, people that are like, listen, I need to learn, but I need it condensed in a way where I could cut out any of the guesswork, right? I can cut out the guesswork and I can go straight to where the professionals are at. That is where you want to be. And this is what this does for you. So if you're that person that's like, I'm so busy, I don't even know, like I want to learn, but I don't know how, this is going to be how, because this is going to condense. It's going to give you the information from the experts and it's going to give you what you need to know. You don't have to do guesswork. You don't have to assume if the information is accurate, right? So now you're going to go through different videos. What is traded in the stock markets, right? Who participates? Because maybe you're like, where's this money even coming from? I'm so confused. You're going to get clarification on that. Maybe you need some resources when it comes to being in the stock market. You're going to get a list of different sites and things that you can go to have as a resource as you're learning. So this is the first core piece, you guys. You need some fundamentals. You need to learn about some of this stuff. Now, the other core piece, you guys, right here is one of my absolute favorites, okay? And I think it's one of my favorite because I'm very visual. Anybody on here like, yep, that's me. If you give me a visual, I can follow. That's me. I'm very animated. That's my personality too, but I'm very animated. I love to see things in action. And when I got introduced to this educational platform, you guys, here's the thing I need people to understand. A lot of times people want a shortcut. Can I tell you that this is the shortcut? Getting the information condensed by professionals that have been in the markets 20, 30, 40 years is your shortcut. Mentorship is your shortcut. And a lot of times people wonder why they don't get any kind of result. They wonder why They always are cheering someone else on and they're never taking action. And it's because you keep looking for a shortcut. And can I tell you, the shortcut is proximity. The shortcut is getting access to the right information. The shortcut is application in small chunks compounded over time. So if you want to know, like, how can I accelerate my process, right? Anybody else on here ever wonder that? Like, how do these wealthy people have it figured out? Anybody ever wonder that, or is it just me? And the truth is, the way the wealthy have it figured out is they have proximity to people holding the information, to companies holding the information, to mentors holding the information, to mentors holding the experience. They have that proximity. They have access to the mentors, to the seminars, to the conventions, to the platforms, to the books. And then they execute. They take the action in small pieces at a time. Warren Buffett is not an overnight success. That dude's been investing for longer than most of us have been alive on this live, okay? So when you're afraid to put that $10 in the crypto market for a portfolio hold, what you're afraid of the most is what's actually going to get you the result over time. Whilst people are so afraid to pay for quality education that cuts out years out of their learning curve, the thing you're most afraid to do is what's holding you where you are. And I'm so grateful for people that helped me understand that a couple years ago, because the results that I was really looking for, honestly, were already within me. And when I say that because it's already within you to make a financial sacrifice. It's already within you that when you're surrounded by certain mentors and communities, for you to take advantage of them. That's already within you. You have it in you. But you're lacking the execution. You're lacking the saying yes. You're lacking letting go of that fear. And really, the result that you want is on the other side of the thing you don't want to do. The result is on the other side of that $10 in Bitcoin. The result is on the other side of going to read that article about Starbucks, about Starbucks and crypto. You guys, I'm going to be going live in the Crypto Queens community soon about that. I'm so excited. Like, you have no idea. And so a lot of the times what you're most afraid of is what got the people the results that you're looking for. They made the financial sacrifice to pay for education so that their learning curve could be cut 10, 20, 30 years. They're still going to have one. Don't get me wrong. But it's going to be cut a lot shorter. So let me show you my favorite piece of this whole thing, which is the live education. You guys, if you're visual like me, this part is for you. And I love that this is tailored to the busy person, to the person that needs affordability. Like right now, you can take advantage of this on promotion for $185 to get started. I don't know about you, but when I show you who's on this platform, $185 is a no-brainer, honestly, if you're looking for results. If you're not, then it's a different conversation. But let's talk about this. Let's go on the live streaming platform. And this is live, just like I'm on Facebook Live, StreamYard, YouTube, or if you're listening on the podcast, wherever it's at. This is the piece that most people are missing in their life. And it's the ability to have a live education. You guys, this is a schedule. So like I said, if you're a busy professional, this is for you. People are on at all times of the day. But I want to highlight an educator that's on this platform that literally should be giving her flowers every single day. This woman right here, you're going to see her picture change right here. Carolyn Borodin is one of the top female analysts directly from Wall Street. She's been on the Chicago Mercantile Trading Floor, the New York Futures Exchange. She's been on a lot of Jim Cramer shows, the Mad Money Show, because of her expertise in time analysis, in price. It's crazy the things that she's already been teaching. And I think we've had how many sessions with her since this launched on September 7th. you guys, the best part about go live is if, let's say you're like, I love her, but she comes on at 6:00. I'm still at work, or I'm taking care of the kids, or I'm taking them to sports, whatever that looks like. You can literally access all of her recordings. So right now they're actually streaming live. This is Tammy, by the way.
TradingView having Fibonacci tools? I think it does.
So I'm not going to play this necessarily, because you guys, this is the sauce you get when you're on the sessions. But I want to show you how, even if you've missed any of her sessions, you are able to come here and catch the replay. So let's say you love her. I love Carolyn. The expertise that this woman brings to this platform is unmatched. Her time costs thousands of dollars an hour. And I was not going to be crazy to not pay $175 a month to have access to a woman that's going to cut my learning curve in the stock market years and years and years. Not only that, she's licensed, which changes the conversation, period. But she's the top female analyst. And you think I'm not going to want to learn from her? I don't really know anything. And she has more experience than I've been alive. So I'm definitely in there, right? And so you guys, I wanted to find the video, and I don't know which one it is. So maybe I'll show you guys next time. But her story is so powerful, you guys. She never even finished a high school education and became one of the top female, really the top female analyst when it comes to the financial markets, because of what she's been able to do. And I think the most impressive piece is so many of us have every excuse under the sun of why we can't learn, why we're not going to be good at it, why we can't, insert why you can't. But here you have a woman that she saw no other option for herself but success. She didn't finish high school. And it literally came out of her mouth, guys, if I can do this, so can you. And so for me, I personally felt like, man, I need this education. One, I understand the power of proximity, access, application, but also diversifying myself, because anybody with me that you don't want to work till you die. But if you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, if you don't find a way to properly invest, if you don't find a way to gain the knowledge that you need, you will be working. And so I knew that wasn't something that I wanted. So I got to stay in line with people that have what I want. Carolyn, you guys, is incredible. So you have her, you have some other educators, which I'm really excited about because they have so much experience in this industry. It is mind blowing. And you're going to have all kind of talk on here. You're going to have talk about how the market moves. You're going to talk about how volume is in the market. You're going to learn everything from basics to being advanced. You have their schedules down here. And honestly, I feel like that piece right there is what really separates this platform from a lot of places in the world that you can learn this from. All right, I stopped sharing my screen because, you guys, I can't give you all the sauce while they're live. But that is really what separates this platform from a lot of other places where you can learn this skill. And the reality is this: in order to get a different result, you have to do something different. And so for me, I know that in order to get a different result in the stock market, I need to do something different. I need to learn the game before I'm trying to play the game. And what better way to do it than to do it at my own pace, right? Because we have other life things going on, but doing it at my own pace, following the people that, you guys, if you go look her up in a Google search, that's all you'll need to know about her. And I don't say that from a place of bragging, but I do say that from a place of bragging because they gave me access to that entire platform to learn about the stock market for $185. So where else in the world could I go to try to find any other shortcut to gain the knowledge that I need? And the answer was, there was nothing. First, I had to believe that I'm capable of even learning. But to me, like she said, If someone who didn't finish a high school education has been able to obtain that level of success, I want to be learning from her because she defied every single odd that ever came her way. And you don't think that I'm at least going to try? See, I'll be really honest with you guys, and I'll kind of close it up with this. A lot of us want the result, but we're not even willing to try. We're not even willing to push past the reasons why. Okay, let me say it like this. A lot of us want to keep using our reasons why as our excuses for why not. Parents, this is a big one. Oh, I would do anything for my kids. You hate that you don't have time with them. You hate all these things. Name all the things of what you got going on, right? But you also won't make the sacrifice. You also won't push past the fears. It can apply to your health and wellness. You want to get, let's say, to a certain weight, but you don't want to give up the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. So your excuse for why you need to do is also why you're not doing it. And a lot of people, this happens because you want to do things with condition. And I talked about this the other day. You want to do things with condition. Oh, I'll do it until it's too hard. I'll do it until it feels too uncomfortable. I'll do it until it seems kind of confusing. But for a lot of other things in life that other people made you go do, well, nobody can really go make you do anything. But for other things that people suggested you do in your life, you push past whatever resistance you needed. College, because your parents told you to go, you push past it all. The late night studying, working full time to then go to class, to then be tired and still do it again. That class during college that you might have failed, that they told you how to retake, and you went and you retook it. And so we're good at doing that because someone else is always telling you what to do. We're good at doing that because it sounds good for somebody else. But when it really comes down to what it is that we want, what do you want? What do I want? It's a lot harder because nobody's going to be telling you what to do 24/7. Nobody's going to be telling you that the same reason why you want this better life for your kids is the same reason why you got to push past that fear. Nobody's going to tell you 24/7 that the reasons you keep coming up with not being able to commit to your health journey, like nobody's going to be doing that for you 24/7. Nobody's going to be on your shoulder like, put the cheeseburger down. Nobody's going to do that. You have to be the one doing it. And that takes you digging deeper so that you understand, I want this for me. I want this because I know what it's like to not have that. I want this because I don't want them to have to pay double the amount back in student loans like I had to. I want this because my mom has worked way too long, way too hard. And so I just want to challenge you. Like I said at the beginning of this live, it takes just as much energy to sit in that space of, oh, I can't do it. Oh, that seems hard. Everything is hard. You just got to choose which side of the hard you want to be on. So I challenge you. Where are you putting that energy? Are you putting the energy into all the reasons why you can't, all the excuses under the sun? Listen, everybody's got excuses and they only sound good to the person who made them. For real. Oh, girl, I can't do that because I already told my friend I was going to this baby shower that weekend. Because the baby shower is more important than the actual baby when it's here. Nah, it's not, but that's a different conversation. Oh, girl, I'm just waiting for God to give me a sign. I'm going to keep praying about it. I'm not against praying, obviously. But sometimes he gave you the butter. He gave you the cake batter. He gave you the skillet. He gave you the oven. He even gave you some sprinkles. And you still won't put the cake together. And you're like, oh, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. No, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. If it's meant to be, I will go seize opportunity. Because God will put it in front of you. He might put it on the side of you. He might put it right behind your shoulder. But if you don't go back here and snatch it up, if you don't walk 15 steps forward, if you don't slide to the left, it's not just gonna fall into your shoe. It's no. That those are just excuses that sound amazing to the people who make them, me included. When I would make excuses about every damn thing, it only sounded good to me because I was making them. Oh, girl, you know what? I can't because I don't have nobody to watch Amara. Had to overcome that excuse. Mom, can you lend a hand? Right? You will, when you really, truly figure out what you want, when you really, truly decide that I'm going to take advantage of opportunity when it's in front of me, when it's on the side of me, when it's right here, you will figure it out. Just like you figured it out on those days you went to the grocery store and literally had $20 and y'all still ate, it will get figured out. But you have to get to a place where you're putting all that energy into all the excuses, all the I can't, all the I'm not worthies. That don't come from God anyway. I say this all the time. It does not. Take it from there and put it into this is so uncomfortable. I have no idea how I'm going to navigate this, but I'm going to do it because what's the alternative? I always tell people to ask themselves, like, what's the alternative? What is on the other side? The person you already were, the things you already used as excuses, the attitude you already had. You always have to ask yourself, what's the alternative? Let me put myself on this side where I'm like, God, I don't know, but you always make a way out of no way. God, it's like that song, I've seen you move a mountain, and I believe that I'll see you do it again. You made a way when there was no way, and I believe that you'll do it again. If all that energy was always right there, listen, my Eric Thomas be coming out. Listen, my Eric Thomas be coming out, and he's on my board. I can, I will, I must. If your energy is there, I can, I will, I must. There's no alternative. What's the alternative? Going back to how you used to be? What's the alternative? An attitude that sucks? What's the alternative? A bad mindset? You already know what that feels like. Let's give this one a go on this side. I can, I will, I must. I may not know how that looks like, but I know what this side looks like already. So I might as well channel it this way. Drop a 7 if you with me. And I want to leave you guys with that. What's your energy like? Okay, you keep saying, I want to learn about stocks. That seems really cool. I would love to wake up with money in my account. I would love insert whatever. I would love some extra time. I would love to be able to pick up less hours at work. Okay, so let's take the energy from I would love to do all those things to I can, I will, I must, I'm going to find a way. Because what's the alternative? The side you're already on. And you know about how all that feels. And if you're saying you would love to do something else, it's because you don't really like what's right here. And that's okay. So let's go here. Good energy, positive vibes. Do things that feed your faith. It's going to be big. Hey, God's about to blow your mind. Okay? So I want you to channel your energy here because it takes just as much, if not more, to be over here. To be in the bad feelings, to be in the pain, we know how that feels. So let's go this way. I can, I will, I must. There's going to be a way that's going to come out of no way. And I'm going to do whatever it takes that's within my reach and beyond. If I'm given access, I'm going to take it. If I see proximity, I'm going to insert myself. And you guys, I hope that gave you some value to at least even change your mindset, change up your energy. You have to create the environment you want to thrive in. If you're not feeling any of this energy over here that I just talked about, I need you to feed yourself in a way that helps you get there. Find songs that feed that. Find books that feed that. Find people that help you feed that. Get into rooms with people that will help you feel that. I'm so excited to go to Glendale this weekend. You guys have no idea because I know that being in that room is going to it's going to feed me. It's going to feed my faith. It's going to expand my mind. When you get a chance to be in in a room with a documented billionaire, you don't pass that up, because there's energy, there's knowledge, there's experience that no one else can give you that will be in that room. So I love you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. If you want to take advantage of the Stock Academy, we need to have a conversation. You can take advantage of that promotion. If the 185 goes away, we can still talk about how you can still qualify for it to be affordable for you. So I love you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we will talk soon. And for those of you coming to Arizona, I will see you there.